Fan games are so fascinating. When the major corporations fail, you can always fall back on the fans to make something great. Of course, there's a large difference between indie developers and major corporations, but it's that difference that makes me have more interest in these kinds of games. With indie games, your deadline is your lifespan. So what better example than something like Sonic Robo Blast 2? This thing's been in development since the 90s, man, with the latest update being last August. I'll be honest, I don't know much about Sonic Robo Blast. With being in the Doom community, you think I would, you know? I mean, I've heard about it and I've seen it before, but hey, it's not that relevant for this video. Let me tell you about Sonic Robo Blast Kart 2, man. Yeah, a fan game of a fan game, all made in the Doom engine of all things. I tell you, this engine is infinite gold. So it's a kart racing game, huh? What makes it so special, you may be wondering? Well, just look at it. This game is nuts. Something about this game just feels so responsive, so brisk. It's just fast-paced, non-stop action. And maybe that's hard to communicate because this may just look like another kart racer to you, but it's so good. If you all know me, I'm about the sprite life, and man do I love how this game looks. It's possible to turn on 3D models for characters and objects, which honestly look pretty nice, but hey, I'm a spritey. It's possible to make this game look better. I don't think my laptop can run at a higher resolution though, not gonna lie. I actually just found out how to get the game to run 60 FPS and it kinda made my head hurt. Sorry, my head can only process 35 FPS of bad graphics. So this game has the typical 4-button layout for kart games: accelerate, brake, drift, and use item. All standard stuff, right? The items are also pretty typical stuff for the genre. Your green shell, your red shell, your invincibility. Standout items include giant, which makes you go super fast and crash into walls. It's kinda sucky to the point where you can cancel it by holding down the item button just to get a better item. But reminder, I'm bad. So all this still sounds pretty normal, right? Well, this game has something called balance. I like games that respect my skill, or lack of.
Look at you. You're a mess.
Let's start with the characters. All characters modded to vanilla fall on this chart: weight, handling, top speed, acceleration. It should be pretty self-explanatory what most of these stats mean. Heavyweight characters got better drifts when compared to lightweight characters. From what I've heard, lightweight characters have drifts so bad that you're better off chaining blue mini turbos rather than orange. Also, depending on what server you're on, there may be a mod that buffs acceleration characters that makes their boost last longer. I feel like all servers should have this mod, or should just be part of the next update. I personally lean towards characters on the bottom left, but I also personally just pick characters I think are cute. And for some reason, cute characters end up being on the top left. Now onto items. The red shell equivalent, known as Jaws, does not super track the opponent in front of you. Rather, you have to be able to see them for it to even connect. The blue shell, also known as the self-propelled bomb, SPB, can be outran by the person in first, as long as they play perfect. Going on SPB runs are absolutely bonkers, and it's so much fun. Holding onto items slows you down too, but depending on the server, items might even have a timer for how long you can hold them, and I think that's pretty neat. They also have the banana line item for Mario Kart 64, and that's not a balance thing, I just really like that item. It's a difficult thing to balance between items and driving in kart racers. Some kart racers are just completely item based, while other ones have crappy items and it's all about driving. But hear me out, I truly believe this game is skill based. Seriously, I consistently get below average placements. I go hours getting last place, and I always see the same group of people getting first. Of course, items and luck will still affect placements sometimes, but I mean, this isn't Crash Team Racing. And I think that luck is very necessary to maintain balance. It's also still very possible to make comebacks from last place. So let me address what you're thinking about. What's with these crazy characters? SRB 2K is a multiplayer game. AI is planned, but it's not here yet, and it may be a while, so just play online. 4-player split screen offline and online also exists. One flaw of split screen though is that the music is constantly stopping and restarting when you get a giant or invincibility item. I wish you could turn that off. Servers online will be typically modded, having whatever characters and levels the server hosts wants, which may or may not be just a bunch of anime. Some servers even have game modes. There's a team mode that's very well made and balanced, a mode where you do rapid laps against other opponents, getting sped up over time. There's a mode that tethers you to another player, kinda like Sonic Riders. Pretty sure all these game modes were made by Tyrone-sama. Dude is a magician. I love some of these custom characters too, like some of the ones that don't even ride around in carts. Part of me wants to make a custom character for my dude Noise, but I don't think anyone would actually host with it. Another favorite mod of mine is Horn Mod, also made by Tyrone-sama. It basically allows you to communicate with the hee-haw funny sounds during races. I feel like you won't understand a lot of it if you don't play fighting games, but even without the context it's still fun to just spam one after getting hit. But here's the weird thing. Most people just play vanilla. Vanilla SRB 2K is so lame, man. Got like no characters, and none of the balance and funny mods that I like. So why? Well, most servers on SRB 2K make you go to the separate website to download a program and download the files needed for the servers. And most people don't want to do that, which kinda sucks. I hope when 2.0 comes out or whatever, they get a better in-game downloader, but you know, I don't even know if that's possible. Here's another weird thing. I'd imagine if you're here you'd know about Lidero or Scott Falco's videos on this game. I mean, they have a lot of views, so you open the game and it's like, why is nobody playing this? I have never seen more than 40 people playing this game at once. This game is free, man. Here's my theory. 1. People have bad internet. If you have bad internet, you're just gonna get kicked from the server automatically. And I like to think only about 40 people in this world actually have good internet. I'm serious, that stuff is rare. Here's my real reason. This game is too hard for people. You'll notice that most servers host this game on hard speed. It was only since I started recording for this video that I realized why I've always been bumping into walls. Brake drifting. Braking while drifting opened up my third eye. Suddenly the world made sense. I could understand the lies and truths of this world. Braking while drifting feels great. I can't believe the kind of control of your movement you can have by brake drifting. Call me crazy, but no other kart racer does it this well. It doesn't feel responsive in any of them. This is a hard game. Learning over 100 tracks, learning the mechanics, the secret tech stuff nobody tells you about. This ain't your normal Mario Kart. But honestly, the fast movement is a blast. Using a boost off a bouncer and going flying feels amazing. The kind of speeds you reach makes me feel like I'm playing F-Zero. This game is worth learning. Don't get sad or discouraged if you aren't getting first. I've played this game for deca hours and I'm not sure if I've ever gotten first, honestly. As long as I'm having fun, then I won. I don't like games where even if I win, I'm not having fun. And just playing through and blasting through levels, even in last, is still fun to me. So yeah, that's Kart. This game is really fun. Everyone has their kart racing games, you know, boring people like Mario Kart, Tetris players like Crash Team Racing, you know the vibes. But SRB 2K is the best kart racing game in my opinion, which nobody cares about, but and with the continuous update of these modded characters, tracks, all that are free, and I don't need to do god dangle or a season pass and a shop system, god. Anyways, all these things make the game feel infinite, because there's always going to be more content to play through. Also, sprites are dope. I'm out of here, man.